Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. So this was another one where the retest was exactly what we were expecting, and we had a fairly decent rejection of that level. So at the moment we are bottom of range, and that is the range there. So I'm still reluctant to being short down here. And also because we are in a downtrend, I'm very reluctant to look for long. So I'm not a fan of trying to guess the bottom. If we look to the left, you can see there's quite a bit of structure here. But at the same time, there is a massive head and shoulders that is forming here. I think you probably see it a little bit better on the daily. There's your shoulder, there's your head, there's your right shoulder. Your neckline is a little bit messy, but nevertheless, that is what it is. Some people would have drawn this trend line in here, like that, and treat that as a neckline, and this daily close from yesterday down here has broken that neckline. So that's the way some people would be trading this structure at the moment. Nevertheless, trend is down. You're looking to be short of structure higher up. So let's get to the levels we need to pay attention to today. 8 hour, up and down, not so much confusion, just moving with the trend. And if we look at the 3 hour, we had a nice separation of the oscillators. We had an area that we needed to pay attention to. It's not exact. I'm going to get the exact levels for you now. But that was the area we needed to pay attention to. At the moment, we've got diversions, and a big inside bar. So, we could get a move back to the upside, either to come test this trend line or test any of these breakouts. Any one of these tails is a breakout. What I'm going to do is work off the lower time frames, because I doubt we're going to get much traction until the Americans have come out with, or the Feds have come out with their projections for the next couple of quarters. So that is kind of what we need to wait for. Right, so looking at the hour, and this is the low of, when was this? This was Monday. And you can see we dropped below it, came back, and now we're sort of hovering above it. So at the moment, your levels are quite simple. Before we get those levels, let's just adjust this 3 hour level here. That is your higher time frame level, so there's higher time frame resistance here. In a downtrend, that's more than likely the area the sellers will come in, but you always look at the 1 hour or the lower time frame just to see exactly where the structure is, and you can see there it is there. So when we were doing the video yesterday, we touched it, but as you know, I do not like trading sort of the price action of the Asian session, especially on the DAX. And then you can see during the open, and I'll come down to the 15-minute for this. During the open, you can see big move up. And often, you look at it on the 15-minute and say, well, the trend has changed. That's confirmation that we are now in an upward trend. And I know there were people caught like that yesterday. But for me, trend is off the hour. Always stick to the hour trend. It's less noise, it's less volatility, and it just keeps you sane as well. But you can see there, exhaustion bar up, touch the level, inside bar, long tail, sellers coming in. Where's my entry? My entry is on the break of this bar. There it is there. And my stop is on the top of it. So 70-point stop loss. And you could have taken it out right here for 170-point gain, or taken some off there and just waiting to see if you've got an early entry for the noise that's going to happen today. Anyway, what are you looking for today? This area here is definitely something you need to pay attention to. So that's 12,690 all the way up to 12,720 area. It's a diagonal, so it's not going to be, can't give you an exact level. Best way to do it is to pick it up off the tails to the left that line up in this zone. But that's the area we're looking for at the moment. So I expect that we are more than likely going to just muck around it. I wouldn't be too surprised to see us come back up excuse me, and test sort of any of the structure. You can see there's some structure, there's another point, there's another point there. So I would not be surprised to see us come back into this area and test that area for another leg down. The only time that we'll be looking to see if we're going to start moving for longs is off the break of the high of yesterday. And that's going to be around 12,920 area. I think you need to just get the high correct. Well, 12,931, sorry. So we need to break above there, come back and test that, and then we need to start seeing our moving averages cross over before that trend has reversed. Until that happens, this trend is down. You're not interested in going long, you're only interested in shorting it. And if you look at the oscillators at the moment, separating again, hovering around this area, we've got a big inverse, sorry not inverse, but a big head and shoulders here, quite a bit of structure. This level is my line in the sand, 12,600. We start dropping below that, that just starts setting up a massive bit of structure. And there is an even bigger bit of structure here, being a flat bottom triangle. So just going to do this. There's the trend line for the triangle. Here's the base of the triangle. You know, that is not a picture that you really want to see at the moment if you have a long-term portfolio. So there's your trend line. Have a look at, we're bouncing around here. If you look at that on the monthly, you have a pretty big cup and handle, if you want to see it that way, and you also have a, well, in my view anyway, a massive flat top triangle, which can get very, very volatile. So moving to the monthly, you can see there was structure here, but once we're through here, the next bit of support that you're going to find on the monthly is down here at 11,797, and then these tails here will offer some resistance, and then you've got to start looking for areas of support. So as far as I'm concerned at the moment, you need to be very, very cautious of jumping in long at the moment. So you do have a line in the sand here. We've already breached it last night. So the question is, this is all after hours trading here. But in my experience, it will be tested again. Anyway, that's kind of my view for today. Looking for a move up, and any kind of, even on the 15 minutes, look at all these tails here, even a rejection off this area here, and do it on the 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 6 minutes, 15 minutes. But as soon as you see the oscillators grouping the upside and we reject the area, that's your signal. And you're probably going to end up with 50, 60 point stop loss. So your risk is minimal, but your reward is potentially huge. So yeah, that's kind of my view at the moment. Still going with the trend, but want to be short higher up. Not interested in being short at the bottom. Hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Cheers for now.